Going live. We're live across the world. How is everybody doing tonight? Everybody's doing well. Those of you that are watching on later, we're just having a blast here today. I've been working on my little buddy over there. I figured out how to do my servos, but I don't like. I'll show once we get the show going here. I'll show you what it's doing. Flew Wednesday. Had some good flights Wednesday. Had the best flight of my clip-wing Cub ever, but I don't know. Something happened. My camera got bumped on my hat because I'm setting it in the chair, and it kind of rolled forward and it bent it up just a little bit. So you just barely see the plane going in the bottom of the video. I was like, no, my best flight ever with it. And I had, my landing gear is very weak on that. I need to replace it, but had two perfect landings. Didn't nose over at all, and nosed over on one, and then when we went Thursday to fly with the guys, I took it out again. Got an excellent video, but I got one decent landing with it. I kept missing the runway, and the wind was just enough gusting to where it was crazy. Hey AJ, how you doing, man? Mike, Burr, Dan. Hey AJ, I was trying to think of Doug, who Doug was, and I'm sure I may have flown with him, but I don't know for sure. Hey Lee, that's sad though. But yeah, anyway, it was like I didn't get a video, and I was like, oh, but yeah, I got a good video of the clip-wing Cub yesterday flying out there. I was flying with Wayne and Rodney. It was too cold for Earl, the professor, to show up. Yeah, I can't. I'm trying to think of. I'm sure I met Doug, because I think he used to come out and fly in the mornings there with Steve, but I'm not sure, because Steve and Julie, they were there with their dog Rocky. I used to fly with them a lot in the mornings. Ah, okay. All right. Yeah, AJ, Jim, I can't think of his last name right now, but he's got all of Alan's old planes and stuff, and he would, I'm thinking of calling him up and seeing if he wants me to take some to Perry for him, just to try to get him some money for him or something. Ah, firefighter from Rucker, okay. But I don't know if you want to talk to Jim. Hey, Commander Goggle, how's it going, Todd? But let me go ahead and get this thing fired up here. I got too much to show tonight. Ah, okay, man. I don't think I'm sure I flew with him then. Was he at Toth, the club on Toth? Doug. Yeah, I probably did fly with him then. But yeah, it was good flying, man. Yeah, the cold. You fly into such cold places there, Lee. I don't know how you do it, man. It was kind of, when I went out Thursday, or when I went out Wednesday, it was like 52 degrees when I got there. I took the dogs for a walk across the field and then came back, and I was warm enough to start flying. But it took all I could do to do it. Yeah, congratulations on your golf winnings there, AJ. But yeah, it's been good. It's been good flying. The field, I've been driving on the runway, so it's getting better, because it was kind of soft from the snow and stuff. But all right, man, let's kick the tires and light the fires here. Let's get this thing in the air. Get that out of the way. It's like in the 50s right now, 60 maybe, 50, 60 here. It's pretty nice still. But we're going to start off with Dad's RC Hangar. He had a snafu going. Oh, shoot. Doggone it. And of course, we click everything wrong. I want to bring it up here. We'll stop this, we'll unmute this, we'll fix this, we'll start this over, we'll bring that full screen, and we'll get Chris, man. Hey, Jerry, how you doing, man? Snookalopoulos. I don't know, man. I got to remember to put these up when I talk, man, because for some reason YouTube didn't give me my chat on my last live stream. Oops, like I gotta be on this screen. It'll be over here.
Oh yes, it's that Friday feeling. Yes, it is. Once again in Dad's RC Hangar. But wait a second, you got the Formex. Oh yes, we was ready and everything, but we've had a bit of a malfunction. Yes, we've had a bit of a computer malfunction, but it's okay because we're going to sort it out. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for my little laptop to die, and it's died. It has.
But anyway, he's gonna get him a new laptop, and he's gonna put a video out this weekend. Check out Dad's RC Hangar. I like Chris. He's hilarious, man. I don't know if he's like that in real life right now, but. And then here we go. We have Carter RC Alaska, and he's out going to fly his Eratix. And let's see how he gets on with this.
What's up, everyone? Today we've got the UMX Eratix 3D, and we're going to be doing some flying. We're actually very lucky to be able to fly today because up until about 30 minutes ago, the wind was gusting to 50 miles an hour. Now, it is dead still, which is very strange. But we're going to fly the Eratix and see how it goes.
All right, he's going to get ready to fly here.
Up we go.
Oh yeah, here we go. I'm gonna cut it to here because look at the sunset. Look at the sunset out there on the other side of his house. And I told Carter, I said, man, you should have shot the video in your backyard with that sunset in the picture and the snow on the mountains over there. Hey Eric, how you doing, man? Everybody getting ready for some cold. But Carter has a great flight. Young man is doing very well.
Easy. That was like a 1-inch gap, by the way.
You gotta see his landing. His landing is perfect, man. Yeah. Wow, 65-mile-an-hour winds on Wednesday. Holy cow. And that's in Iowa, Linda. Wow. All right, everybody's cold tonight. Everybody's cool. Craig, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming by. Oops, gee whiz.
Oh, yeah.
Golly. Well, I'm just Mr. on the sticks today. I've been working on my plane today. Bellairvideo down in Australia. This is where our summer's at, in case you're wondering where it's at.
Oh, yeah.
Fairhaven Beach, Victoria, Australia.
Hello and welcome. What a great day for a new aircraft.
Yeah, 98 degrees, man. 17-kilometer winds, blowing about 3 miles an hour, and I'm just kidding. Maybe about 10. Oh, the ocean's 60. That's still cold, man. I guess that's why they wear wetsuits. But that is so cool, man. He does a great job of flying, and he has an amazing landing, too. It's just, what the heck is going on with this? Thank you. Yeah, sure, Eric, it sure is. A little hot, but it's nice. But check it out, man. Bellairvideos, if you want to see some good beach shots, he manages to always get them. And he brought his original timber out in honor of the anniversary, and he does a great job flying it.
When we are...
All right. Now, what I got here, I'm not going to play much of it, but this is Nick and Hayley. And they haven't been around for a while, but I don't know, this popped up, and what they've done is they've gone and taken a bunch of the Petrincic brothers crashes and put them in one video. And this video is hilarious. It's just hilarious when you watch it. We'll watch a little bit of it. Hopefully we'll see Nicky and Hayley again sometime.
Unbox this plane because it was all broken inside, but of course with a little love and care, you can see here what you can do. Eh? Can you imagine that I crashed this plane and we don't have it on the camera, Captain Buck?
Ready? Oh, fuck.
But you get the idea. She's got, you know, Nick and Hayley, they've got almost 10 minutes of Petrincic brothers crashes. And I just put that in there because it just popped back up in my
round two.
Popped back up in my feed, and I just laughed. Here we have RECKEM Roy, and this was when he crashed the B-25 Mitchell. We're just going to watch a little bit. It's a short video. We're just going to watch a little bit of it. Links are in the description.
Blue box is bypassed. So it's freaking the elevators out. There's the 3D printed whistle bombs in the bottom. If you guys can hear them and think they're cool, let me know.
Yeah, it was. So was that SR-71 from not Tower Hobby, but Banana Hobby. That was a sketchy plane. I miss mine, man. Paul, if you're on there, man, I miss flying that plane. I don't miss all the space it took up.
Okay.
Yeah, hard CG. Yes, sir. Yeah, you could tell it was tail heavy in that. I think a float fly there. This takeoff will say it all.
Whoa, okay.
Is it still doing it?
Well, you can see that. You can see it's messed up.
Okay, guys, here we go. We're going to do a maiden.
You see it's messed up, man. Yeah, he's got a water hazard, Dan. That's for sure, man. Yeah. All right. We got JohnVHRC and Gee Bee on the camera, and he's going to go out and fly the amazing. Now, this plane, if you don't have this plane, what's wrong with you? It's one of the better warbirds that Horizon ever put out as far as flying goes.
In flight on this sweet E-flite P47. I'm pretty stoked about this. I've got a 4S 2200 in there. I guess while you're right there. Come on, baby.
He shows you where it's at.
Oh, it's going to work. It's going to work.
He puts it all the way to the nose. I put it back a little bit.
It works. Heck yeah. I haven't even hit full throttle yet.
Yeah, that thing flies great. I don't have the ordnance on mine. I don't know where the ordnance is.
Super stable. Little wind today, not bad. But look at that thing.
Yep, it's rock solid.
Give her a few clicks of trim here, get it trimmed out.
I see, he brings it down. Yeah, here
Just
we go.
milk that up line. Half roll out. Pull her up. Do.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having that, but to be honest with you, there's so many planes I'd like to have that it's just I don't know, but check it out, man. He has a great flight and a great landing. And
I'm not going to press my luck by taxi.
yeah, he doesn't taxi, and then on his battery, he has 58% left. It's real thrifty, man, when you're flying.
Okay, morning.
Here we go. We got Ian back in the UK. Ian is out there. He drags his wife Cheryl out there. Hey Keith, how you doing, man? You probably got nice weather up there in Canton. No, I bet you it's really cold up there. The way that jet stream is tugging down. If it's tugging down the down in the Mississippi and upper Alabama, it's got to really be hitting you guys hard. Anyway, let's see how Ian gets along. Everybody needs a timber. It's like when the new timber came out, everybody decided to go ahead and do a timber video.
Welcome to Ian's RC Exploits. We're out early and it's bleak. We've got an hour's window, hopefully, before it rains, although it is starting to spot now. So tune in, see what we're doing, roll the intro.
Okay. He shows where he puts the battery.
Good morning, everyone.
Good spot.
It's a bleak morning. It's quite misty. It's 4S 2200. What can I say? The CG
I was doing this for time.
60 millimeters from the front leading edge of the wing, plus or minus 5 millimeters. I go for smack bang in the middle, 60 millimeters. In any direction today, there's not much wind.
You say one thing,
apologies
man,
for
the
the
timber has
quality.
great
It's a
lights.
very, very bleak morning, but obviously just keen to get out and do some flying, basically.
Up there in the wells. It's a great flight, though. He really does. He does a good job, as always. Ian and Cheryl's very nice on the video. All right, so we're gonna take a break here. Well, we'll do one more. We'll do one more, and then we'll take a break. Let's go. We'll do two more. All right, here we go. We've got Ricardo PR54 Ricky down in Douglas, Arizona, at the Douglas, Arizona Municipal Airport. And he is mating his Gee Bee. This Gee Bee. Philip, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you tonight. Glad you're here. Thank you for coming. But this plane is great. That's all I can say about it. It is just great.
Okay. Con Dios y la Virgen.
He's got it figured out too. You know, to land this, you can't just cut the throttle. The thing drops pretty well. I have never seen it, AJ. I've never seen Pete's Gee Bee. I've never seen it. Hey, Bill. Pete's been kind of busy ever since, you know, his wife passed. He's been doing a lot of car stuff. And going to the 3D farm. Because that's where Mike likes to fly. He's out at the 3D farm. It's just such, it flies like a T-28. It really does. Let's see, where does he start doing landings? Touch and go right here, yeah. But check out Ricky's show, stream, man, videos. He's got that tail down, perfect. That was perfect. Get his landing in. I just love flying that plane. I can't take too many. I got to get I'm going to pick up some curtain rods tomorrow. Shower curtain rods. But man, I love that mountains in the background. That's perfect there. All right, we got to get the Ricky pose here, though. I like it when Ricky comes out. There he is. Gets down and poses with his planes and stuff. Gives you the thumbs up. There is Ricky, though. Check out his channel, Ricardo PR 54. Links are in the description. He does a good job. They have fun out there, him and his guys flying and stuff. Victor, how you doing, buddy?
This is stupid. All right. I never started a video.
All right. We've got Built Fast, and he offers 3D printed planes. He has a store that's out here on. Oh, it doesn't have he doesn't have a video for this, but he's got where he shows where you can download the 3D print files to build your own. This one's not quite ready yet, but check this thing out, man. 7 feet long.
Like that, but
70 millimeter EDF.
I got Ryan
X59.
here. He's got his F-22, which flies really nice, and I got my X-59, the Lockheed NASA in conjunction situation, where this thing is actually not supposed to be fast. It's just supposed to be a supersonic, kind of like an airliner concept where they're gonna try and quiet the sonic boom. So
supersonic, not supposed to be fast.
I'm just excited to see if I can get it to fly. There's no reason why it shouldn't fly unless I screw up the CG massively, which I could have. I really just did the CG based on the main delta, and if it does want to nose down. All right, so I printed this area right here in 2 wall so that I can grab it.
Yeah, it looks like a giant missile.
Here we go. Anybody around? It's gonna get hurt. Nope. All right, I'm just gonna throw it straight out here. Ready? Okay. Dude, the thing flies fine.
We'll see him come in here again, but that's just so cool.
Wow.
Man. Some people print vases, some people print planes, but that just looks great, man. He did an excellent job there. It's a good job. Okay, now I'll show you guys what I've been puzzled with. I probably spent a month, or not a month, but at least 3 weeks looking at this thing. All right, here's my problem right there. There's where my servos go. They go right there, right in there. And this is all going to be covered up with sheeting. So there's no way I can get to those servos once I do that, once I cover that up. I suppose if I have to, I can cut a hatch in it and get to it. But, and then I don't know. I'm kind of leery. So, and I had to add, you can see the little behind the servos there. You can see a board going across there, right there, right there. I put a, yeah, they're good servos. I put a bamboo strip right across there because the servos, the holes were too big for these servos. I've got 3 different size servos, and the holes are either way too small or way too big, or just barely too big. So that's where I'm going to put them, man. And so, and then tomorrow, what I'm going to do is hopefully tomorrow I'll get them put in there. So I got to put the servos in before I close it up with sheeting, or I'll never get to it, you know. And I can't put them in upside down because I can get to them with the wing off. But my wing fits up there, and the clevises or the control arms would hit the wing. So that's just like, I'm like, why did they design it that way? Why didn't they put a hatch there? You know, and back here, I don't know why this is open. I'll have to look again and see. This was where the fuel tank is going to go and stuff. And if I was smart, what I would have done is made this all one hatch, but I can't because the wing is going to start attaching right here. It's going to be here, and here is where the wing attaches. So I'm kind of limited as to what I can do with the servos, but I think that's where they'll go. Yeah, I can make a hatch fillet. That's what I'll have to do. If, you know, like if I ever have to get to them and change them out, I'll have to hatch it. I have to do a hatchet job on them. But that's where I've been stuck, trying to figure that out. And I was going to cut, you know, like I got thin plywood. I was going to cut out plywood, but then I was sitting there. Oh, where'd it go? Where'd my bamboo go? Where's my bamboo? But I got this bamboo right here, you know, just a piece of bamboo, and I bought a bunch of them and stuff. And you know, hey Will, how you doing, man? So I think that's what I'm going to do, and I think it'll work fine. And then I just put these guys in here. Just, you know, we all know the Petrincic brothers, and I just put their video in since I had the other video and stuff. And he flies the Eratix, but they also got a Gee Bee, and he's flying this Gee Bee. Robert does, and you know they do a nice job. It's a nice job. But check it out. If you haven't checked out the Petrincic brothers, you need to check them out. They're hilarious, you know, and they're pretty good pilots too. They do a good job of flying and everything. Let me see. I got bamboo everywhere. Let me put that in the trash. But that bamboo is good, man. It's light. It comes in a package of strips. They're about, probably 12 inches, 14 inches long. Travis, how you doing? And it comes in handy. All right. Here we have Commander Goggle, and he's messing around with different stabilizations, video stabilizations and editing and stuff, and you know, just trying to get a better video product. It's funny how it changes the colors. That's one thing I noticed. But there you go. You know, he does his usual great flying, and he's just testing out his editors and stuff. It's pretty good. Now, why did that come up like that? But anyway, man, Commander Goggle. I don't know why my throat is. Spike Deluxe. But that's just kind of neat. Different, you know, editors, DaVinci, they have different stuff, and then this vidSmooth and stuff. But yeah, it's pretty good. It does a good job. All right, I'm going to leave it muted because this is Jackson RC Aviation, and Mason is flying in their backyard, and he's flying the UMX Timber. We got a timber theme tonight. He's just got music. So Mason's really kind of technically, I guess, slope soaring if ever he's using the motor. Mason has a nice flight. He's flying in the backyard, and he does a nice job. Chris on the video. All right, we're going to Romania now. We have AMRC, and he's got the UMX Twin Otter, and he has a blast with this Twin Otter. Let's unmute it. Let's go to full screen. Let's see how Alex gets on.
Hi everyone, Alex here, AMRC, and the fantastic UMX Twin Otter. Let's waste time and get this in the air. Okay, she's doing all the right moves. There's a bit of wind. Not too bad. Try and keep it close. God damn it. Forgot to select battery telemetry. Do I even have it on this? No, huh? have a 950 milliamp 1S in it. Okay, 1 minute.
Man, you get some long flight times on that. Anyway, man, and Alex comes in for a nice landing on the road. He really does gets a nice landing in and everything. Ah, you ended up selling yours? Yeah. I don't know. I haven't flown my UMX planes in a while. I need to get them out. All right, here we go. We have Dynamic Dean's RC. And we have his son here, a young pilot, Jackson. And he's taking it back out again to fly it in the snow this time. And let's see what he has to say. He gets right down to business here.
It's Jackson here from Dynamic Dean's RC. We're here with the FMS Small 1.5 meter. This is not a beginner plane. I personally think it's a good second plane, but I ain't no beginner because I can fly this thing. This thing used to be my favorite plane. Then it went to the Night Timber, but this plane is so nice. I love it. As you can see, we have.
Hey Rick, how you doing, man?
Winter in Alaska. If we have skis, it's just gonna dip right into the.
All right, it's a kid like this, man. Just like this, when I was first learning, they had the Park Zone Albatross when Horizon was clearing it out for like $69. I bought it before I was really ready to fly it, and I was looking at videos, and there was a young kid just about that age right there, and he was flying. He would take off and roll. Do rolls and fly it upside down and everything. And I was sitting there thinking, like, man, I was so embarrassed by how well or poorly I flew when I saw that.
Snow and it won't be as appealing. But
I'm no beginner. That's hilarious. This is good.
Master Air Screw 11 by.
Azir is Rick.
That's not the stock prop, but same size.
He flies in the Hudson Valley,
Stop talking and start
New York.
flying.
It's probably pretty cold and snowy there. Check this out, man. Holy cow. This is what Atlanta's going to look like, probably us too. Yeah, Sunday we might get storms. We're going to have hit 70s and drops down to 40s. That's never a good thing here. Never. It's windy. You can tell it's windy. As short a distance as that thing took off. Yeah, you want to really feel like a bad pilot. Stick around and watch his landing. See, I think what it is like it shows him taking it off, but his dad's really flying it. No, I'm just kidding. He does a good job. It will. Heck yeah, Will. Yeah, your kid's got it, you know. So he does such a great job, man. Yep. That's young Jackson. Yeah, that's just amazing, man. And he's got that RC pilot look too. Yep. He's doing a good job, man. Well done, Jackson and Dad. Looks great. Their links are in the description there. Here we go. We got Slow Flyer 85, Frank. And Frank's probably in bed already. But yeah, I went live. What a soup sandwich. I went live Wednesday at the field afternoon. I could not sign into my StreamYard account. On the YouTube, somehow I ended up not getting, in the StreamYard when it came on live, I couldn't see the comments. And YouTube, it was just a soup sandwich. You know, it was just yeah. So if I'm going to do it again, I'm going to set everything up like I do when I go to Bigfoot. But anyway, he ditched the battery tray, which I recommend everybody that flies the 1.2 meter warbirds, or most of them anyway, is ditch the battery tray because you can't move the battery back enough to get a good CG with that battery tray. And that's what they did here. And Justin's flying the plane, and Justin's hated this plane. Every time Frank has him flying it, it usually noses over 2 or 3 times before they take off. Always nose overs on the landings. Because if it's tipping over when you're taxiing, if the battery is too far forward in these 1.2 meter warbirds.
Little jumpy or?
That's something when I flew my AT6. You hadn't seen that video yet, but I put the battery forward and what I normally put it in it. It made for a interesting taxiing and landings. They're trimming it out. Let's see where he comes down.
Talk about the battery forward just a little. Try it without the middle, without the strip.
There we go.
That looks good. And you got more elevator now too.
Look at that. Look at that. He just does a touch and go, and he has a great landing. And it's yeah, Miss America. That was a Tower Hobby plane, wasn't it, Rick? Anyway, man, they just, you know, that's going to be a favorite plane to go. Yeah, I don't know. For us grass flyers and stuff, man, they all want to nose over, unless you're flying with a 2200. If you fly with a bigger one, oh, you bought the RECKEM, yeah. Oh, run a 5-cell. Okay, nice. Okay, let's see.
Good off.
Here we go. We got Gina back in the UK, and she is flying. I'm doing good on time. Gina's got her spare Spitfire.
New YouTubes. Right. Just prepping for what might be the last flight for this before it comes. Can't describe it as a gate guardian or a house ornament, but a house guardian hanging up in the barn. That'd be lovely. Anyway, let's get the thing in the air and hope for the best. Hope it's a nice, clean, and lovely flight that might change my mind. But let's see. Here we go.
I didn't like the CG with the battery. I didn't think the battery matched with the CG to where I wanted it.
Wind has very nearly completely dropped, so it doesn't matter which.
Yeah, my buddy used to always add weight to the tails of planes, and I was like, that's not the way to do it.
I went in flight mode 2 because flight mode 1 it barely even scrapes over that long grass on takeoff. So let's go. Cut off does help.
Good deal, Rick. Yeah, that runway is going to make them better pilots. That's about like the good spot on our runway that I haven't been hitting very well. Ricky, how you doing, buddy? We showed your GB flight, man. You did an excellent job, man. Yeah, the more you fly that plane, the better it gets.
Let's get over to my favorite spot.
Douglas Municipal Airport. Good deal. I never get too wound up, you know. I mean, believe you me, I'm doing this for fun. If this wasn't fun, I wouldn't be doing it. Yeah, I gotta test those servos before I glue in the board. to get my pin drill out, drill 4 holes through the top of that plane. Yeah, because I think as soon as I sheet the turtle deck, I'm going to cut the hatch in it. Yeah, is anybody getting snow yet and stuff? Yeah, because I was looking on, I've been right before. Yeah, hey man, that's all you can do, man. Eric, that's all you can do is just laugh. That's what I do. But Gina's been having a lot of good clouds for flying and stuff. Here she comes in low. Well, look at that sky. That's a perfect sky. Wow. Hey, Bill, do you guys ever get snow there? Do you ever get snow and stuff? Anyway, man, check Gina out. Wow, I used to hate that. Man, we had this inversion when we lived in West Point. It was like, you know, we get lake effect snow from down there, and then we had one of these inversions where, you know, it was warm low and cold high, and we had ice, or yeah, cold low, warm high, ice, and then the wind came up and all the trees, you know, because it's kind of mountainous around West Point and stuff, and knocked power lines down. I think I was without, that was before Linda and the kids joined me at West Point, and I think I was without power for 2 or 3 days. 2 or 3 days, man. It was horrible. You couldn't even go anywhere because nobody had power. So it was just bad. It was just bad. Let's see. All right, so we got her. All right, so what I got here is I got warbirds, and I've had their videos before. I don't show too much of them. Yeah, Rick, I know, man. I used to drive by your field every once in a while when we lived at West Point, but when I was stationed there, it was kind of like a special assignment or whatever. We traveled all the time, went all over the world. We traveled. And, you know, like when I was there in the summer, I had my boat on the Hudson, sailboat on the Hudson down there at Gully's Marina. And, you know, like I would try to fish for stripers when I could and stuff, but it seems like I was always TDY during striper season. But this is a restored Focke-Wulf 190D, and it's flying at the Hinweed Air Show. This is in Germany. And we'll listen to it a little bit. It's a World War II, yeah, it was rebuilt, historical and education person only. It's talking about the symbols being authentic. But man, check that out. I thought they were bigger. Honestly, I thought they were bigger. Oh, you're going to go out and fly. All right. All right, Bill. But just check that out, man. He's got great videos. I mean, just fantastic videos. They're up there. They're tweaking it. And he's got it powered up. Oops. That's not where I wanted to go. Yeah. All right. So that's other warbirds flying over. Or those were not warbirds. Those were like 3D planes. Yeah, let's watch him take off. But check that out. Links in the description, warbirds. And it's just amazing, man. It's just, that's an amazing video, an amazing plane, and he's got great warbird videos. He doesn't put music in them. That's Warbird's YouTube channel. Links are in the description. So if you want to hear good old great warbirds without music, he does the job. And here we go. We got Captain Windsocked Hardway. And this is January 8th at the current model aircraft controllers. And he's got his plane out there. I forget which plane this is. It's a Cub-like plane. And backup plane, second plane. He doesn't really say, just plane. But he has a good flight. He's hard to, he doesn't talk much.
They said they have weed parties sometimes. So.
This is in California.
Yeah. All right, here we go. One click on the flap. Try to do a long one, long roll. Nice.
That sounds nice, Catalina Club. It's a nice takeoff, and he flies. Let's see if I can get one of his landings in.
It was. Video of it.
Oh, well. That's kind of neat, though. He just gets a good landing in. A couple landings. He has some nice landings. And he used to fly in an old lake bed that looks like a drainage ditch, and he used to crash everything. And now he doesn't crash so much, and he gets good flights in. All right, let's keep rolling.
So here we go.
All right, check that out, man. This is Mark Crutcher's this DR1 that his buddy gave him, and what he's done. Greg, how you doing, bud? Yeah, Mike Bird's back and everything. How you doing, sir? But check this out. This was just this ugly-looking cockpit, and man, he really makes it look. He's just an excellent modeler, man. He's got real skills.
That's where I've got to. The guns are removable, but I've now discovered, after going to all that effort, that I can just about put the wing on without removing the guns. That's where the pilot's approximately going to be, and he's sort of jacked up, and he
hasn't finished
some
it yet.
sort of body. I'm going to start putting the combing around the edge of this now, and hopefully that will make things sort of...
In the video before this, he shows how he sheeted this, how he cut out the old square and put this in. And it just looks great. He does such a great job. He's such a good modeler. And he traced that cockpit that he wanted there. And now, he's going to use that to cut out the foam that he's going to use to make the leather part of the seat. And he just goes through and he shows you. Yeah, see, he has video problems. It's hard, man, to video building. I've got some videos I've been working on here, but then he sands it. And he goes through and he shows you how. It's interesting how he does it. There's lots of steps, and there's the dash he made, and how he goes through the steps of making the dash. So you can learn a lot from this video. I've learned a lot from his videos, like how to cut hatches in Cliff Harvey too. There he's fitting the foam to it and stuff. And he added legs to the pilot and mounted the guns so they pull out so he can get the wing on. But check him out. And then next week he's probably going to have it fixed. But that's just so cool. Mark Crutcher, very skilled builder. All right, here we go. We got RC rolling. And he's got the Alberto Santo de Montasmiel monoplane out for a flight. We'll watch a little bit of this. That's such a nice field, too. Look at all those nice warbirds. I like the pilot. Check the pilot out. I like this video. You say it starts quiet and then gets loud. Ah! I think that's in real flight. And stand in front of the camera. There we go. Ah. But check that out. Check Greg's video out, man. That's all we're going to tease on it. He's doing well again. He's probably going to get another 3,000 subs from the video again. But this one. But yep, that's great, Greg. Good job, man. You got a lot of nice people out there that you can watch their planes fly and get some nice videos with. All right. Last week we watched Cliff RV fly his cellophane BEA Hawk, and now he's going back and he's going to start doing some enhancements to it.
Right, guys. I've made some changes to the Hawk since the maiden attempt. As on this end, let's start with the nose wheel, which was rotating. So I've done that with a copper tube and an extra bit. Soldering it would have been ideal, but
that's pretty cool how he makes those wheels and puts a little
got soldering iron in
like,
but it's epoxied and pinched. It should.
I've seen people make them out of wood like that, and then get an O-ring and put them on there for the tread of the tire. Because I tell you what, I bought some of those World War I wheels for this plane here, and they were 30-some bucks, man. Dubro's wheels, 30-some bucks.
I've added some more Velcro for the battery to hold on. I've put a bit of hot glue under here to stop it flopping about.
He's tweaking it and reinforcing it, and he'll get it to fly. But there's how he made his full moving stab right there. Put a carbon rod there, and then put a wire piece in the center there, and then sealed it off right there. Same on the other side, and then he's got a whole floating moving stab. It's pretty cool how he did that.
Sideways slightly, so I thought I get a piece of plastic tube, just cut it, put it over there, to act as a spacer both sides. That'll hold it central. So it's ready for another attempt. And while I was working on it upside down, I put too much pressure on it here and snapped it. So I've taken the doculum off here,
Yeah, sure thing, man. Cliffs and Ian's.
Repaired it, put a gusset in.
I'm sure, there's guys that we've flown with, and everybody has them. Jim, how you doing, buddy? JCB Jim. There's guys in the clubs that build and everything, but it's just like, I don't know. I mean, it's like my buddy at the beach that wanted me to, Rick that wanted to get me to build. And I wish I'd have done it with he was there, because I could have hauled this over to his house and worked on it in his shop. And heck, I'd probably have it done in a week, instead of me having to figure everything out. But yeah, Rick's just an amazing builder, man. My buddy Rick. Anyway, man, Cliff gets this sorted out and gets it ready. And there it is. And it's pretty cool. He just designed this on his own, man. He just came up with the design. All right, Ricky, man, you have a good rest of the night at work, buddy. Stay safe down there in Douglas, Arizona. And thank you, bud. Thanks for sharing your flights and for the items you sent and gave me to help my jets fly better and stuff. I appreciate it. But, yep. He cut all this wood himself. Of course, he has not that you wouldn't use a laser cutter, but yeah, all this balsa and stuff. He strips it and everything. Him and Ian do that. I got the same stripper they got, but what I don't have to go along with my bob stripper for cutting balsa strips is the skills to use it.
Yeah.
I've gotten better at it, but they just make it look so easy when you're skilled. It's just like playing an instrument. But anyway, speaking of playing an instrument here, we got Ken's going to play his albatross, and we got Bob on the camera, and both of these guys make it look easy. And let's see how they're getting along there. They got a little bit of weather there in the UK.
Yeah, there's Ken.
Hello.
And he's got a Maiden, his Avios Albatross Mark II V2.
Just
On
off my timer down. That's right.
Nice warm day today.
Sounds cool.
Maiden flight.
Have to put a little spirits in their tea.
That went.
That looks like a fun plane.
Yeah.
In that Nick and Hayley video, it shows I think Blas flipped that upside down on the river, nose over on one of the water planes too.
Yeah, it's going up at the moment.
Yeah, it gets it trimmed out. He gets it trimmed out, and he has a nice landing. But yep, Ken does a good job of flying that. And
hello everybody, Mountain RC.
Here we go. We got Mountain RC. Now, when you watch this, you want to watch the flying and everything, but check out the mountains around the field. Oops, I don't want to do that. I want to go here.
Here, thanks for stopping by the channel, and as always, I appreciate all of the support. In today's video, we are featuring the E-flite Gee Bee R2 1 meter little firecracker of a plane. Now, I had my reservations about a Gee Bee. They've kind of been notorious for being kind of hard to fly.
3200 is a good bet.
Man, this thing really impressed. I really like.
Some people, I'm checking the RC groups, they say they're flying this with a 4000 2200 battery too. I mean, not a 4000, but a 4-cell 2200 milliamp battery.
Like the shock.
Because I know I'm going to move my 32 back.
Plane. It's really cool. It's underneath the wheel pants, so you can't see them.
To help prevent nose overs, awesome. Get the CG.
They flex really
well. The CG
now,
is still a little nose heavy, but you want it nose
heavy. Down the runway,
I know that.
It is a great flyer. So sit back, relax.
The one that Tower sold. Yep, Ed's doing the maiden flight.
Now, normally I do a little bit of commentary over the flight, but Eddie was doing it for me, and he did a great job, so I'll let him do the talking.
I think it'll take off like a stall plane if you hit the power. Yeah, it fits, but the 3200 is still a little nose heavy. The 4000 would be real nose heavy if it's all the way forward. Yep.
Go for it.
Shoot, I think I can fly it over 8 minutes with the 3200. Next time out, I'm gonna play with it more. Yeah, I rolled mine. Yeah. I haven't gotten 100% throws on the ailerons yet. I got 100% on the elevator to help with landings. And he doesn't use his rudder. I can tell he's not using rudder, and the turns are much rudder because he's knife edging through the turns. Yeah, Mike, it's fine. It flew fine on the 4000. I've flown it on it and the 3200s. I like the 3200s better, but that's just me. I wouldn't go by anything I say. Yeah, this isn't mountain flying, Bill. This is Buddy Ed. But check out the snow. We'll let it come around there. There you go, though, man. Now you can see they're building the houses in on them. That's never a good sign. But yeah, he has a great flight, man. He does some touch and goes and landings and stuff. He gets it in there pretty well. He's doing it. Every time you fly that plane, it gets easier to fly and easier to land. Once you get, it's a fine throttle finesse to land it, because if you just come off the throttle, it'll drop down. But if you just keep, like not even 25%, like about 12%, and then just kind of, you don't want to go below that, but just keep lowering the throttle as it comes in for a perfect 3-point landing. But he has a good flight. Mountain gets a good video. Here we go. We got the Gooniac. We got Ray, and Ray's got the X-Fly 1.2 meter in my favorite color scheme for a Spitfire. And he's got a few issues in this flight. And let's see how he gets on. And I'm going to try to put this on because Ray's mic is real low. And here for this one, I'm going to take this off here so you can see it.
Spitfire. So we're going to get the Maiden done. I did the range check. Got all the surfaces right.
Yeah, look, it's got to be, I don't know what mold they're using. It almost seems like it might be the E-flite molds, but I don't know. But heck, on Amazon, they had those for $239. $239. It might have been the Hawker Hunter that they've released too.
The 4S 2200. I've got the timer set for 3 minutes. I think it will go longer, but I'm just going to leave it on 3 for now. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, the desert camo. I just love that. I like them all though. I wouldn't. Oof. Yeah, he's out of trim, man. Hey Frank, yeah, we showed your Mustang flight. Anyway, though, man, he says he's losing. He says he's losing signal a couple times, so he doesn't know if it's his receiver or his or if it's ESC. So he's going to go ahead and check that out and check that and troubleshoot it a little bit for his next outing. And then last but not least, we've got Mountain RC, and he's got a Nevada 2, and he is going out. Man, I fly mine in manual mode, but I'm flying at our field where if it goes down, I have a good chance of finding it because I have it set so that I can't fly out of our area. Man, if he gets snow and ice there, he's going to be stuck at home. That's for sure. If that's where he lives there, Travis will be stuck. Hope everybody does all right in the storm. Wow. Wow. Today you were there? Wow. Yeah, today I couldn't do anything because I went and did our grocery shopping that we normally do over the weekend. I did it today, and Linda had to go get an ID card this afternoon, so I had to be there for that. No, I love flying. I love my DJI. I love flying it. Oh, yeah, the little rain. Okay, yeah. Anyway, that's enough. And I bet you that 3 seconds, of music there, I bet you I'll get a copyright strike. Last week I had 3 seconds of somebody's music. I must have done the same thing where I clicked it off, played it, and and they put a strike on it. But it's funny, it's because all the income you get off the live stream, you get to keep, but then after the reruns, that's when they take it. But it's not like, gosh, man. It's like I got my whatever 1099 from YouTube from last year. It was like $215. Oh, it's free music. Okay, I got you, Travis. Yeah, but yeah, it's great flying, man. That AVIATION is fun, man. It is just funny. It's fun to fly. I just recharged my batteries too. I did that last Friday because I thought I was going to take it over the weekend and fly, but I don't know. It's either too windy or too cold and stuff. Yeah, because I've got the Air Unit 4. I got to make an FPV for it. It's sitting over there in the box. But as you can see, until I get this done, and I spent 2 days going through I got just like this box here that you can see right here. Here, I'll lift it up so you can see it. I got 2 boxes, actually 3 boxes like that with wood in it for building planes. And I had parts for this. I had the landing gear in one part, and I thought I had control rods in the other one, so I was taking out all the wood so that I could, because I couldn't remember if I got control rods in the kit, and then I looked online, and that's something you got to buy because I've got the control rods to the elevator and rudder covered, but yeah, I'm just not, man, because in order to cover it, the control rods are going to be sticking out of the plane when I cover it. That's going to be kind of a pain because I'm going to have to cover it with the tail, the vertical and the horizontal, and the rudder and elevator. I don't have to put the rudder and elevator on it, but the horizontal and the vertical, and I'll have to cover that. But that shouldn't be that hard to cover it. But so I'm getting to that point of the plane, and I've got my wings. My wings are built, and I just haven't glued them together yet. And I spent a day kind of sanding on those and making sure, trying to get, the dihedral set. And I got just a little bit more finish sanding to do on those. And then I'll be ready to glue them together and stuff. And once I get the wings glued together, and then, I'm down the sheeting that and then putting the nose on and mounting the motor. I've got the motor. I've got the ESC. I have like 2, 4. I have 6 servos I can choose from. But what I've been using for servos in the planes I've been building is these right here. Been using these from Motion RC. They're digital metal servos, and these are good servos. Yeah, I got the Cletus Cub. Yeah, Frank, I haven't answered the comments yet. I only answered one. Colin sent me a comment, and I've been checking him, but those are good servos. And then I bought these. Let me see. I cut this one open to look at. This is what it recommended to use, but look how small they are. They're just so small. So I got 2 of those, and they're real light. So I'm going to put those in the wings and stuff. But I'm ready, man. I can't wait to cover it. I just can't wait to cover it. Yeah, the Cletus Cub. As soon as I saw the video, I pre-ordered that thing like snap, because I was one of my students that I taught, a young kid that I taught to fly. He had that plane. That's what he wanted to learn on. I mean, we flew maybe twice on the Aero Scout, two sessions on the Aero Scout, and then he brought that out. And, he had already had it bound to his radio, and I put it on mine. And all right, that's good to see, man, or hear the Takano flew great. But yeah, these are 9 grams. These are more than 9 grams here. I forget what they're 7. These are 17 gram servos right here, 17. And I've used these in the Clipwing Cub. And I used these in my first plane that I built, the Snap one. And I put that in the ARFs too. I put those servos in the ARFs. But anyway, he wanted to learn on the Clipwing Cub, the Carbon Cub. And so he flew that, and he was flying it great. You know, it's like we flew around Buddy Box, and I had to help him out a little bit with it. But, you know, since I'd already taught him to use up the rudder and stuff, that he was able to fly it, and he's got some good landings in it, and he had a good time. The only thing on that clip carbon cub that the Cletus is made off of is the tail wheel is very, very, very fragile. You got to be careful with that tail wheel. If it breaks, you got to kind of, you know, you're gonna have to use tape or some JB weld or something to fix it. But yeah, I've got a video building this. I just got to put it there. Yeah, that's why I try not to use the cheapest servo. I've got a whole bag full of 9-gram servos. I mean, a big, like a quart. I think I got 2-quart bags of servos, because when I used to build foam planes, that's what I'd put in and stuff. But I don't know. But I'm working on this. I'm going to try to get it done, and it should fly well. I almost was tempted to see if Rodney wanted to take it and finish it up, but you know, I mean, if I run into problems, I'm going to take it out to the field with me when I go flying. Between Earl and Rodney, they'll be able to tell me what to do and help me out, because both of those guys have built a lot of stick planes and stuff. But you know, I guess I'm old enough now, I should learn how to do it. Anyway, guys, everybody, thanks for coming by, and thanks for checking out the videos and stuff. The sailing video, I thought it was pretty good, but nobody. I mean, it is what it is, you know. It wasn't a good day for sailing. It was a terrible day, the way the winds were shifty and stuff. But I enjoyed talking with the Navy vet guy. I can't remember his name. I don't even know if we said names and stuff, but he wasn't scared of Tuco, and he just walked right up to Tuco, and he was Tuco was just leaning on him the whole time, getting rubbed and stuff. But yeah, that's why I didn't put my camera on my hat to talk, because I was busy speaking with him, and I didn't want to put that on video. But you could hear me as we were sailing by. You could hear us talking and laughing and stuff. But all right, guys, we'll see you. Yeah, RC sailing is just like flying a plane. You know, the sails produce lift and push instead of flying a plane, they push it through the water and to pull it through the water. All right, everybody, man, have a good, safe weekend, and stay warm. And you know, if you live in the South, I wouldn't go out and drive. You might know how to drive in snow and ice, but I guarantee there's a whole lot more people out there that, you know, they think just because they got 4-wheel drive, they don't realize you don't have 4-wheel stop on ice and snow. But all right, man, this is Jeff. Have a safe weekend, everybody. Kate, Steph, Marcia, Gracie, Stephanie. Everybody stay warm in Iowa there. Man, Dan and Keith and Fred. Oh, and all the family and everything. This is Jeff saying, woo, woo, woo. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of Team Let's Go Flying. Good night.